Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Some promotions. Madison Square Garden Boxing and Main Events Monitor, in association with Caesarsburg,
come on, Mike,
proudly present the Homecoming, the heavyweight championship of the world, and is approved by the New York State Athletic Commission, the Honorable Randy Gordon Chairman, Rose Trentman and Herb Washington Commissioners. Is sanctioned by the IBF, the Honorable Robert W. Lee, President, Ms. Mariam Mohammed, the supervisor in charge at ringside. Is also sanctioned by the WBA, Gilberto Mendoza, its president, the Honorable James J. Binns, the supervisor in charge in attendance at ringside. The chief physician in attendance at ringside this evening is Dr. Barry Jordan, along with his two fine colleagues, Dr. Billy Lathan and Dr. Rufus Sadler. The timekeeper to bell is Cecilio Tito Petraja. Counting for the knockdowns is Wayne Kelly. The judges, Don Ackerman from Oneida, New York, Sheila Martin from Norfolk, Virginia, and Luis Rivera from New York City. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 12-round title bout and refereeing his 51st World Championship bout, referee Joe Santarpia. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the red trunks with the white trim, he tipped in at an even 244 pounds. Professionally, he has 50 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, with 32 knockouts. He is ranked currently number 8 by the WBA and number 11 by the IBF. All the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Michael Dynamite Dokes. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with the red trim.
Come on, champ.
He weighed in at an even 243 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 32 pro bouts with 27 knockouts. He is the IBF and WBA heavyweight champion of the world from Brooklyn, New York. Here he is, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
In the ring here, please.
Hey, Bill, get over here.
Gentlemen, you're boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. You both know the rules. Any questions at this time? I want a good, clean fight, and I want you to protect yourself at all times. Shake hands now, and God bless you both.
We've seen Dokes a number of times, guys, in which he goes out and shoots his bolt early and sees if he can intimidate or put off his opponent. I'm sure that Riddick Bowe is ready for that. He wasn't ready when Evander Holyfield came straight at him in the first round. He knows what Dokes likes to do.
On the other hand, George Foreman, Dokes appears to have worked up a nice sweat warming up in the locker room, and Riddick Bowe is bone dry in the upper body.
Michael Dokes is doing the street thing, too. He's sitting watching this guy staring at him, playing little major mind tricks that may be effective to get him past the second round.
The crowd a little bit quieter than we might have expected at the beginning of the fight. I would attribute that to the surprise announcement regarding the death of Arthur Ashe. Round 1 begins with Bowe throwing the jab, and many people regard that as most effective weapon. Some say it's the right uppercut. Others would vote for the jab.
Strange with Riddick Bowe, he throws a good effective left jab, but he's almost jumping backwards as though he doesn't want to put a lot of power on it.
Dokes slapping with the left, landing 3 left hooks to the side of Bowe's face. Bowe sticking the jab and landing virtually all of them early against Michael Dokes. Dokes has upper body movement, but not head movement, George. He's a stationary target.
Yeah, he's dependent strictly on his quick hand, not his quick head or quick feet. And Riddick Bowe can really take advantage of that. Riddick Bowe is giving this old pro too much time to stand around and think.
Now Bowe snapping Dokes' head back again with the jab. Tries to land the right hand and lands a short right inside. Dokes is stunned. And Bowe takes the left hook.
Bowe is stunned by left hook.
That's right. Riddick missing with the big right hand. And down goes Dokes into the ropes. Well, I don't think Dokes went all the way down, but the referee wants to give him what will amount to the first standing 8 count.
That was a very, very fast call.
It was Dokes who decided to go out there and fight early like that, though. Wasn't Bowe's idea.
Short left hand inside by Bowe. More than a minute to go in the round. Plenty of time for Bowe to close it out. If he can keep Dokes in trouble. Dokes lands another left hook, but takes a right in return. Dokes virtually out on his feet. He got a good chance for a first round knockout.
The referee is allowing it to go that far.
Is he going to stop it? Yes, he does. With 41 seconds still to go in the round, and now Michael Dokes is furious. And Dokes' advisors jump into the ring and begin to state their case, and it was a pretty quick stoppage, even though you say you're surprised, George.
I'm surprised that he didn't stop it a little earlier. The guy was taking too much punishment. There wasn't a chance he was going to get a knockout out of it to pay him back. No way.
But he had landed the 2 solid left hooks in return.
He was in no shape to continue in that round. This guy came out for a first round knockout. He was accurate. He was going to get it.
Well, my own personal opinion is that he was in no shape to come into the ring in the first place. Larry?
Well, it's a heavyweight championship fight. The crowd is very, very upset. This is not going to win Bowe a lot of friends, even though everybody was expecting, as we called it, that this is or was a setup. You can't quarrel with the referee. Remember that when Michael Dokes won the title, it was also on a quick stoppage in about a minute of one round, in which everybody thought that was too fast.
But you can't. The referee gave him every chance. He gave him one standing 8 count. He even avoided giving him the second 8 count. So the referee was more than generous.
Well, we'll take another look at Dokes getting hurt early. Now remember, referee Joe Santarpia is the man watching this at close range.
Bowe was hitting Dokes with jabs, straight jabs, hurting him. Dokes, as I said earlier, was going to try to make something happen. That big right hand wobbled him, shook him up, and that's what started it. But he was there to be hit. For a long-armed fighter, the champion is very good at close quarters.
This night he looked indestructible. I mean, it was like the champion of the world that he is.
All right, there's Santarpia stopping the bout. Now, previously, you had seen the sequence in which Dokes reeled into the ropes, appeared headed down to the canvas. Santarpia stepped in and stopped the action, and Dokes never actually went down.
Well, Dokes spent the week sleeping, and he continued sleeping right here in this fight.
The referee was more than generous. He allowed him the chance to recuperate, not giving the 8 count again. So it was a fair fight. He won. He really won fair and square.
But of course, there are going to be some fans, George, who'll say, hey, wait a minute. We never saw him hit the canvas. How could the fight have been stopped in 2 minutes, 20 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, and those fans are strictly the ones who don't understand boxing. This guy is so big and powerful.
All right, let's go up to ring announcer Ed Darien for the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Joe Santarpia stops this bout at 2 minutes and 18 seconds of the first round, and a winner by a TKO, and still the heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
United States of America, Washington, District of Columbia. Let's get ready to rumble! rounds of boxing for the heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks trimmed in white. After training at the House of Pain Gym in Newark, New Jersey, he comes in at a hard and ready weight of 224 pounds. His hometown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His professional record, 19 victories against 9 defeats. And his left hook has earned him 13 KOs. He's ranked number 12 in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cinderella Challenger, Jesse Boogeyman Ferguson. And across the ring, his opponent in the red corner, wearing white trunks with red trim. He weighs in tonight at 244 pounds. He comes into the ring as an adopted son of the D.C. area by way of the main streets of Brooklyn, New York. He's a 1988 Olympic silver medalist with a professional record of 33-0, 28 knockouts. 18 of his KOs came by the second round, and 12 went down in the very first round. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
Get him out of here. All right, let's go. Okay, gentlemen, I've already gone over the rules with you. Let me just remind you. I want a good, clean fight, and you ought to obey my commands at all times. You have any questions at this time? Okay, shake hands now. Take your corners. Good luck to you both.
Ferguson said before this fight, Jim and Gil, that if he goes out and won, he doesn't want the money. I've never heard such motivation to get through a round in my life.
Sounds pretty good to me, too.
Ferguson claims that he bet $10,000 on himself in Las Vegas at odds of 32-1.
Not understanding that if he wins the fight, it's worth millions and millions and millions.
And if he loses the fight in the first round, he won't be able to pay the $10,000.
Jesse Ferguson's trainer tells us that his fighter is conditioned to throw 300 punches around. That, of course, is a physical impossibility.
Well, he has to get through that left jab of Riddick Bowe to throw any kind of a punch. And there's Bowe already snapping that left jab out. There it is again and again.
And Ferguson himself admits that he can't stay out there at the end of Bowe's jab. He's going to have to find a way to get inside of it. You go inside, then you face the prospect of the uppercut. And Bowe throws the uppercut there. Ferguson landing a left hook.
And a right hand, good solid right hand by Jesse Ferguson.
By my calculation, Gil, Jesse doesn't have a lot of punching power.
No, Riddick Bowe has the edge, punching power, hand speed, every which way. But motivation and determination can be big factors in a fight.
Solid left hook for Bowe. Ferguson stepping in, trying to get into close quarters where he thinks he can be effective. For a big man, Bowe is surprisingly good in tight.
Well, that's all that teaching Eddie Futch has really made a remarkable fighter out of Riddick Bowe.
Uppercut for Ferguson. Bowe answers with an uppercut of his own.
Both fighters throw very, very good right-hand uppercuts on the inside. But Bowe's is better, in my opinion, and stronger.
Gil, as a career sparring partner, Jesse Ferguson has been paid much of his life to take punishment. Is that a unique qualification for stretching this fight out?
Well, we talk about sparring partner mentality, but again, Ferguson assured us yesterday when we interviewed him that he said he's going all out in this fight. He doesn't have any kind of sparring partner mentality. There's that uppercut of Bowe's again, setting up, and a good left hook by Riddick Bowe.
Ferguson stunned by the left hook. Not defending himself as well now. Bowe looking for a chance to pop it again, and the jab is dominant.
And there's the right hand uppercut inside by Riddick Bowe.
Good left hook in close by Riddick Bowe.
Set up by the uppercut again, Jim.
Bowe looks quick, doesn't look sluggish despite the extra 9 pounds above and beyond what he weighed against Holyfield.
Well, you have to remember Jesse Ferguson is not moving at all, standing right in front of Riddick Bowe.
And he got hurt by that left hook, Jesse Ferguson did.
Now Ferguson backs up against the
Right
ropes.
hand and then
Probably not a good place to be. And the left hook lands and Ferguson goes down. Will he make it out of round one? Michael Dokes didn't. Hazard counting. 8 count. Ferguson struggling to get up, and he makes it.
How you feel, Jesse?
Okay, he earned his money. He can keep his money.
the bell saved him. They don't have the stool up in the ring. Here's a poor guy just been knocked down, just about made it up. They don't have a stool up in the ring. Where are the seconds?
There is no stool in that corner, we're told.
They're still trying to get the stool in the ring. What kind of seconds do they have in that corner?
And finally, Jesse Ferguson has a chance to sit down if he'd like.
Move your head, Jesse.
Well, he's trying to get the feeling in his legs back. He's jumping up and down now.
There you
The
see
cornerman didn't know that.
that sharp left hook after he had driven him into the ropes with some hard punching. He landed this left to the body and then a left hook. But these are 10-ounce gloves, not the 18-ounce gloves they use in the gym.
And again, Riddick Bowe hit Jesse Ferguson when he was on the canvas. The second punch, that right uppercut, was after Jesse Ferguson was down.
Punch that number say that Riddick Bowe landed 2/3 of his blows in round one. And this is going to go pretty quickly now. And that's it. A spectacular performance by Riddick Bowe against an outclassed Jesse Ferguson.
He was outclassed, but Riddick Bowe raised himself another level, in my opinion. He really looked spectacular, putting those punches together, very accurate, very hard. He showed me an awful lot in this fight, despite the fact that it didn't go very long.
It just goes to show how hard it is to throw the basketball into the basket from the other end of the court.
And as I had mentioned to you earlier, Larry, this is not basketball.
So Riddick Bowe successfully defends his WBA World Championship. The IBF Championship wasn't even at stake here because that organization chose not to sanction the bout. Let's watch the knockout. Uppercut, left hook, right, and another right. And that was enough. How many guys that big have ever had hands as quick as Riddick Bowe?
It's not only that he has quick hands, but the punches are thrown so correctly. They're on the mark. They're short. You can have fast hands. Roy Jones has fast hands, but he doesn't have the classic punches that a Riddick Bowe has.
I don't think I've ever seen a really big man as well schooled as Bowe is.
That's exactly what I was trying to say, Larry.
All right, guys, we got that worked out. Now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Larry Hazard reaches the count of 10 at 17 seconds of round number 2. The winner by knockout victory. His record now 34-0, 29 knockouts. Still the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.